starting the cycle all over. Pet lovers, I'm going to repeat. Why did they suffer from septicemia more than anybody else? Because just because a pet is defleed doesn't mean that they don't carry septicemia. And you need to come to symptometry to have that neutralized for you, ionized. Okay? So again, when kids are young, they plead to get a dog, basically. And in my home, they never got one because my husband was allergic to he was allergic to dog hair. So we were safe. They can, we take them to petting zoos and all this stuff and let them pet, but we never had a dog in our house or a cat in our house, or, they might have a turtle, but it's in the garage. She would never come to the house. So they can play with it. Again, you know, when you get the kids pets, make sure that they have to choose between their health or keeping a dog. Do you want to keep your dog or do you want to be healthy? First of all, who's going to be walking the dog? Who's going to clean their mess up? It's not me. It's going to be you. Are you willing to do that? So again, you need to choose between your health and your dog and your cats. But a lot of people have a choice to make and they make the choice. But if you decide to live with your dog and your cat in the house, and even if they're defleas, remember, you will still be subject to septicemia. Okay? Um, are we, are you just not aware of these things that nobody talks about? The life skills, the information that you need to know to help you with your family so that they can grow healthy every day, optimally healthy. Okay, to them, one thing is heart failure, respiratory failure, renal failure, blunt force, trauma, gunshot wounds, the cause of death, allowing the reasonable person die of septicemia to be swept under the rug. One cannot help but wonder where mankind has been heading. Okay? We cannot sweep things under the rug anymore. We need to basically make sure that we have everything and we are sharing the information with everyone. So please, if nothing, I've shared with you a couple of things. What causes septicemia? How old is your mattress? How old is your couch? Do you know that, what? If you're bitten by bed bugs, which a lot of people don't even know they have, you will have the blood stay in the halogen, the salts stay in your blood forever until you come to symptometry to ionize that blood and sanitize that blood to kill the covalent bonds. Having pets in the house is a choice, but if you do choose them, make sure that they don't pee pee on the bed, they don't pee pee on the mattress, they don't pee pee on the carpet, so that you have some health, good health in the house. So all I'm saying is that sometimes you're going to have to choose between having a pet in the house or having, not having it. We did decided, my husband, because my husband could not, was allergic. We could not have a pet dander or anything in the house. So it's everything is up to each family, but make sure that you prepare your family for the eventualities. So, Brother Saheed, that is my life skills about furniture, about mattresses, about everything else that after 10 years, you need to shut them out there. Don't get it from Aunt Grandma and, Papa here because it's free. How old is that furniture? How old is that mattress? And once you know how old it is, you can just celebrate and say what it is. But if it's more than 10 years, do not sleep on it. So, Brother Saheed, Assalamu alaikum.
Well, like I salam, Mrs. Rita, that's excellent information to making people more and more aware of who they are, what they are, and where they are. Whoever knew that the human body itself can cause spontaneous existence of other creatures? We have all of the ingredients to produce life on us. We have the sweat, that's moisture, and we have the energy, heat, and all the conditions are favorable for life to appear. And that's what happens.
Mm.
And these bed bugs, you cannot even see them, Mrs. Rita.
Yes, no.
They're so small and tiny, you can't see them. You know what the heck is biting you at night?
Mm-mm. No, you don't. If you see them, people will be running away from it. No, it's the
Absolutely.
opposite. You don't see them, but they'll be biting you and you'll be itching, you'll be scratching like, and it's so hurtful when you have itch that won't go away. And you get up in
And
the
people,
morning.
yes. And people are not
No.
aware that it's poisoning their blood.
Mm-hmm.
The bed bugs, the ticks, the mice, all these things, they are vector for diseases. They poison your blood. And the
Mm-hmm.
only place you can go to remove the poison from your blood would be symptometry. You go
Mm-hmm.
to the doctor, then they give you drugs, they add more inert substance to the person's blood.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the herbalist, they give you a herb, more inert substance will be added to the person's blood, causing more problem for them. What are they to do? Live in misery, short life expectancy, without septicemia, blood poisoning. So, brothers and sisters, we're going to take a short break. If you have any questions for our guests, we'll be right back. So please do not go anywhere at all. We got a lot more information to share, but this is absolutely amazing. The bed bug nightmare. People are going through this. They don't have a clue. They don't have a clue what to do about it. So we're sharing the information, life skills, how to live on this planet. No one has given this to us before. We need life skills, brothers and sisters, to live on this planet so we can make progress for ourselves, so we don't keep going in the wrong direction. So we'll be right back.
I'm Dr. Maxwell Narty, inventor of symptometry and symptomatic science. Many of you may not have heard of symptometry because it appears to be new. Unfortunately, new does not mean untested. Symptometry has been around for 32 years, since 1991. During these 32 years, I had to conduct several experiments. I had to test the precepts and the concepts of symptometry and symptomatic science. After 32 years of testing, the results are in. The results are excellent. This is why you are hearing about symptometry and symptomatic science. I invented symptometry and symptomatic science for a reason. What is this reason? The reason is medical science, nutrition, Chinese traditional medicine, acupuncture, chiropractic, and whether herbalism created a gaping hole
Please mute your mic.
bottomless vacuum. We are not here just to fool around. We are here to fill a deep vacuum. How did they create this vacuum? How?
Welcome back, brothers and sisters, with Abdul Shaheed and our guest. And this is Optimal Health on AM 360. Optimal Health on AM 360. Thank you for joining us today here on Optimal Health on AM 360. Anyone that have a question for our guest before she has to leave? We shared information about the bed bug nightmare. Not only are there bed bugs, there are lice that people have, there are ticks that's on pets and animals that's in people's home. And these things, they bite. And in their bite are called halogen. Halogen, that's a mineral salt in their bites. That's toxic in their bite. And will cause septicemia in the person's blood. You can go to your doctor, he might not have a clue as to what you have. You're not familiar with all of these things. Brothers and sisters, we're teaching life skills, how to live on this planet without getting a disease. So if you have a question for our guests, now's the time to ask your question.
Yeah, I got a question.
Go right ahead.
Okay.
What's your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling from Atlanta.
Okay, excellent. Thank you for joining us.
Okay. I understand that there's going to be a lot of bed bugs. I get that. And I truly understand that. And reading and getting towards the masses, even if they have something 10 years old, they're not going to change their mattress right away. They're not going to do that because they can't afford it. So my question is, what can you do to prevent those bed bugs before you get a new mattress? What can you take? Because
Okay, that's a good question. That's what I said, that you know what? That bed bugs have been biting you, and you do have toxin and symptometry. If you come there, we will give you particulars to ionize that, the bed bugs that you have in you, because it's in your blood.
right.
And so when we say ionization, it cleans the blood of the bed bugs for you. So before you get onto the new mattress, and some people sleep on their mattress for 15 years. I know some people come to symptometry and talk to the doctor, and they will have your coach. You talk to your coach, and he will help you, get this particularly to clean the blood of the bed bugs. Because if you don't, it will stay with you, even with a new mattress, for the rest of your life. And people
Okay.
don't know that. You need to sanitize the blood before you get a new mattress in your house.
Okay. So that particular substance, you would have to intake that until you get a new mattress.
Well, it all depends. You might have to intake that more than, it might be a couple of months treatment. So it's not just one time deal. So it all depends,
No,
because
I get that. I just need to know
yeah,
what
you
type
have
of
to intake that.
substance. Yeah, you'd have to
Yeah.
take, because you don't know. Even when you go, even if you might have something that's been 10 years old or whatever, and let's say, for instance, you're a traveler. You
Travel.
traveler, hey, you go into these different hotels or whatever the case may be, at least you'll have this to intake, so you don't have to worry, you can clean your blood or whatever the case may be while you're
Is
eating. whatever.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
And you should take it with you when you have this particular, when you're traveling, you need to take it with you. So you take them.
Right, I get that. I just want to know what it was, because it's impossible for someone, and even if you talk to someone and you say, look, you got bed bugs or whatever, they're gonna look at you like you crazy. So
Exactly,
I'm
because they
like,
don't.
yeah, but the thing is, say, look, bro, if you want to clean your blood, this is what you got to do.
Yes,
Even if
ma'am.
you go on to another state or whatever, because we visit people. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? You visit family members. And so,
and that,
come
and
on
that's
now, grandma, grandpa, they ain't changing no mattress. That's your bed. You sleep in it. That's it. So, but you don't have to worry
exactly.
about. You don't have to worry about it. You take that substance. I ain't worried about it. You ain't got to change your mattress. But I'm gonna take this so that I will have my clean blood. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
That's exactly
Excellent.
you're doing preventive measures. That's what you're
Yeah,
doing.
yeah. Because I mean, because even those people who can't afford it, they can still do it until they get it. You understand
Exactly.
what I'm saying? So
Yes.
Exactly.
I was like, wait a minute, hold up. And people in America, I mean, they can't afford it. Yeah, we're looking at Trump now. This is crazy. You know?
Excellent observation. Excellent. Excellent.
That is excellent point. That's to me. That's the crux of the whole life skill that I've been speaking about. You need to prevent it. You need and we have the solution for you to take, whether you have it or not. But even if you can afford it, try to change it though. You need to change that
Yeah,
mattress
yeah,
because
because you're going to these different hotels, or you might be traveling for fun vacation or whatever. Even on the ships, you don't know.
yes. Oh no no no.
Absolutely.
Nothing is excluded. I
Nothing.
know some people who sleep in their cars, even though they have the hotel room. They say, "I'm not sleeping on that mattress. I'm
But you
sleeping in my
sleeping
car."
in your car. It don't really matter.
Well, but that person also has sanitized his life, so they don't want to get that thing on him all the
Hey,
time.
hey,
So
look, it don't matter whether you sanitize your car or not. You still coming in contact with bed bugs. 'Cause guess what? It's in the air. Hello, they can. So it doesn't
If it's
matter.
not the bed bug, it'll be something else. You're absolutely
It'll be
correct. So
something else, but it'll be
you have to
still in
always be
your blood.
sanitizing your blood. That's part of life now.
Yep.
If you want to
So
be healthy, that's what we have to do. You have
okay.
another question, Brother Ronald? Another comment?
No, I ain't got
We'll see
no.
if anybody else have any question or comment before our guest has to leave.
Yeah, yeah. I have a question. Assalamu alaikum, brother coach.
Alaikum Assalam. Thank
How
you
you
for
doing?
joining us, Bernard.
How you doing, Sister Rita?
I'm well, brother Renard. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Listen, I had to think about how old was my mattress. I calculated 5 years old. 5 years old. So I got to like at least another five for that.
Okay.
Um,
Well, just
but
put the date there.
however, when years ago, when the children were young, we had a guest stay over, and they dropped off bed bugs, and when I told my mother, God rest her soul, she told us we have to get rid of all that, get rid of all the bed. I mean, get all rid of the mattresses and everything.
Mattresses.
So
Mm-hmm.
we did. We had to get rid of it. It costed. It costed, but we had to get rid of it because the children were getting bit up. You know,
Yes.
and you can catch them. I caught a couple of them, and when you step on them, they had all this nothing but blood. They
Yes, it
they
is. It
spatter
is
the
blood.
blood that they done sucked out of you. You know,
Yeah,
so
that's when you can
Exactly.
see them then when they have the blood from
yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah. They
mean,
are thin. They are flat. They thin. They flat. Yeah, they are. And,
exactly. But
yeah, and
yeah,
yeah. So
they're sucking your blood. Yes,
yeah, so
it's your blood.
I've been through that. I've been through that. I also been stung by bees a couple of
Hmm.
times, stung by wasps. So
Hmm.
all those leave that halogen you talking about, brother coach?
Yes,
yes, they're
yes,
still in your
yes. I
blood.
remember the same thing. And I remember that you asked the question about when you get a sting, what
Mm-hmm.
do you leave? Is the halogen that needs to be
Mhm.
ionized.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, it's a
All right.
halogen, Halogen,
Yeah,
halogen that you have. And so, yeah, I'm glad that you understand, but it's a lot of us, we take it for granted though. We take
yeah.
that for granted and we are
Mhm.
suffering. We are suffering and nobody wants to talk about it.
Right, right.
Symptometry want to share that,
Mhm.
we have the solution. It's
Mhm.
something that you're gonna need in your house
Yeah,
and use them, and
yeah.
especially when you travel,
Mhm.
you're gonna have to take them with you and use them, and that is not that's a great idea. So I'm
Mhm.
glad that you're joining us for us, Jenna. I mean, right, that is excellent, excellent, excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have another question. It's a little off the subject.
Okay.
I had invited a family friend to come on, so because I sent it to the website and so she could see how symptometry works and how what's the possibilities of
Mhm.
getting well, and she explained that she had like a hernia behind her navel that hurts occasionally, especially on her right side, and another issue that she had was with halitosis, and she brushes and flosses daily, but nothing works. So I was wondering, can y'all just elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, I will talk and let Brother Sahid finish it up. We can help him with the halitosis,
Yes.
okay? We can help reverse the halitosis because it's been done, okay?
Hmm.
And what else what other disease that this person has, the halitosis and
She
what?
has a hernia behind
Hernia,
her
A
navel.
hernia too. A
Yes,
hernia
a
too.
abdominal
hernia.
hernia.
She said the
Yeah,
doctor wants.
let the person let the person talk to Brother Sahid. And there's nothing, as I said, that we cannot reverse. So long as you're not shy, so long as
Mhm,
you're willing to tell the truth to the doctor, and so long
mhm,
as you're willing to eat scientifically and
mhm,
everything else, because taking the drugs, I mean, the particulate alone is not enough. Are you willing to do the heavy lifting to make sure that you are healed holistically? Yes, yes,
mhm,
we can do that. Both of the things is been done.
mhm,
Okay, and then we have results of that. So
mhm,
tell the person not to worry because brushing alone ain't gonna get rid of the halitosis.
mhm,
Okay,
mhm,
and there's she has to remove the covalent bond that
mhm.
is holding him up. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of things we can do for that person. Okay, so
All
Absolutely.
right.
just tell them, let them talk to Brother Saeed and bring them
Oh, yeah.
down and let him do that and just see the result himself, and he will
Yeah.
be amazed.
Well, can you give advice on they want to stick a scope down her throat to
All
take
that's not
pictures?
necessary,
No,
brother-in-law. It's not necessary
it's
Oh,
not.
I just want, yeah, I just wanted to mention that,
because that would be very invasive, and we
Mm-hmm,
don't
Hmm.
know whether that scope is going to be sanitized when you get ready to use it or not. We just
mm-hmm,
don't know. So if
Exactly.
you can avoid
Yeah.
the being invaded like that, the best thing
mm-hmm,
to do is to do that. Uh,
mm-hmm,
as far as the hernia is concerned, it's strengthening the abdominal cavity
mm-hmm,
with
Hmm.
muscle protein.
mm-hmm,
Muscle
Hmm.
protein. There are 22 of them, and
mm-hmm,
Hmm.
she might not be eating the food to help produce the muscle protein, and then there
mm-hmm,
could be sludge there that preventing them from being produced. So you have
mm-hmm,
to ionize
Hmm.
the sludge, and
mm-hmm,
all
Hmm.
this is you
That's
don't have to have no invasive procedure to be done.
mm-hmm,
Mhm,
Sometimes you know exactly what to do. And then
mm-hmm,
mhm,
we have to enhance her colon bacteria.
mm-hmm.
There are
mhm,
32 different strands of colon bacteria. If they are
Okay.
not there doing their work, then halitosis is one of the symptoms to remind us
mhm,
that we have to take care of our colon.
Mm-hmm,
We do
mm-hmm,
mhm,
all those things that you mentioned,
mm-hmm,
and it still won't help. So it's
mhm.
it's taking care of
And
our
that-
system, and
mm-hmm,
that's part of the digestive system. So,
mhm,
so she can get the help that she needs, just come to symptometry and be willing to make necessary changes to the diet, to the lifestyle,
mm-hmm,
mhm,
and and learn some life skills that Miss Rita Root.
mhm.
No one is teaching us how to live on this planet.
mm-hmm.
This planet will turn on us if we don't learn
It's
to
already
Yeah.
it's
think
already
correctly,
doing it.
scientifically.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank y'all for sharing.
We thank
You're
you for sharing
welcome.
that and let the
Yeah,
person know
you're
there's
welcome.
help for her. Thank you.
Okay.
Mhm.
Will do. All right.
Yeah, Yes, don't be shy though. When you see the doctor, tell the truth. Let the person know this is what is going through. I'm suffering. I mean, silently. I want to get rid of this, and he will give you the information and the particulars you need to help you. And it's also changing their lifestyle a little bit. Dietary will also help the person. Okay, so
Absolutely.
that's a good question. So, but it's he looks like we have two great questions, and
Yes, we're gonna see if
Assalamualaikum.
we can get
I'm gonna turn
one
it
more
over
before
Sa-
before you
to.
go.
Assalamualaikum.
Make salam, brother Rashid.
Number
Thank you
one,
for joining us.
no problem. Let me say this, Sister Rita, phenomenal job.
She sure
Phenomenal
did.
job. I had to say that. I had to
Oh,
say it.
thank you.
And number
Thank
two,
you.
and number
Thank
two,
you.
you guys label this the proper name, comprehensive life skill, but it's holistic comprehensive life skill. See,
Yes,
It's holistic. Yes.
we forget this one thing. There's our responsibility to be responsible for ourselves, not only just in our health, but also in our finances, also in our
every way.
spirituality.
Yes,
So
Everything.
yeah,
Don't
so
give
this life skill thing you talk about, it must go much deeper than that. And sometimes I know I heard the sister say people can't afford it. I understand what she means, but you can afford it.
yes.
well.
You can't, what you can't afford is to not do it.
Exactly.
But the most important
Exactly.
thing,
Exactly.
once you readjust your
Mhm.
financial situation, once you readjust your finances, once you readjust how you live and the things that you're eating, that money becomes readily available. And we talk about
Absolutely.
what mattresses don't cost that much money.
No.
You can find a really
No,
good
it
mattress
does
something. So just plan. You got to be able to plan your life out comprehensively, as you say, and think about changing your whole life, because that's what you have to do to sustain yourself in this crazy world that we live in. I just wanted to say that as a
We certainly
financial person.
appreciate it.
As a
That's
financial
excellent.
Oh,
Excellent
thank
observation.
you. And,
but
before I leave, I just want everybody to know that I'm also in pregnancy management. It's one of
Yes.
my it's my
yes, yes,
major. So I'm there to help women
yes.
who want to have healthy babies and everything else. We here, we are a source removal institution, and we treat people holistically, and we want you to live healthier and your child to live healthier. So on
And
that note,
yes, ma'am.
Brother Rashid
Yeah,
and
I just want to
Brother
say one more thing. One more
Brother
thing. Please,
Abdul,
please send me.
Assalamualaikum. Thank you for your
Please,
compliment.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just it's
yeah,
wonderful to
yeah,
to
yeah.
to
Please,
get people to get the message. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
yeah. And please
Okay.
send me a copy of this recording so I can send it out to every single person I know.
We certainly
All
will.
Well,
right. All
We
right.
it's,
certainly will. We'll take care of that.
Sorry.
we
Go.
call it life skill.
Salam.
Thank you, brother. So, Brother
Yes, sir.
Heath, I will talk to you next week.
Thank
Everybody,
you.
Yvette, everybody else, and have a good rest of the evening.
Thank you, Miss Rita. Thank you so very much. You have a good evening. We'll
Thank
share
you.
Miss Rita information, people. We see her information. She specializes in pregnancy management. She's a certified symptometry health coach, and in the doctorate program at the American School of Symptometry to be a SD, symptometry doctor. This is absolutely amazing. That remove the source of every disease, brothers and sisters. Will be able to remove the source of every disease. Every disease has a source. Something caused it, something produced it. And herbs and drug will not remove the source. Those same item that you would use will become inert substance that will make matters worse. That's what happens. So we're sharing her information. You see her email at info@pregnancymadeeasy.com. Brothers and sisters, pregnancy management is very, 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 very important in the life of a human being. The food that the person is eating impacts the baby. The enzyme the mother can't produce impacts the baby. The chemical and substance she exposes herself to impacts the baby. If she's taking drugs, smoking marijuana, drinking alcohol, impacts the baby. This is what happens. And when those recessive genes are expressed, we don't know what that person is capable of doing throughout their lifetime. There are dominant genes and there are recessive genes. And when the person have anomalies, diseases, that is the expression of recessive genes coming from their ancestor. There's so much we need to know, brother and sister, and no one is teaching it but one place, the American School of Symptometry. So if you know someone that's getting pregnant or is pregnant, they need to contact symptometry.
Yes.
This is what needs to happen. We need to stop playing around and blaming people for our problems. We have to take full responsibility for the life that we've been given.
Mm.
And our health impacts everything.
Mm.
Our health impacts everything. The human being, what is a human being? It's the intersection between the seen and the unseen, the visible and the invisible. If you ignore the visible, what you see, the invisible is going to be a problem. Your spiritual life is going to be a problem, the unseen. Your mind will be a problem, the unseen. The seen and the unseen working together, brother and sister. This is a human being. You can't ignore what you see. You can't ignore what you can't see. We have to work on both of them.
That's right.
Otherwise, you'll be one-legged. You'll be hip hopping. What are you going to limping? So you have to know about the unseen part of us.
Yes.
Not just what you can see.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand what you see.
Mm-hmm.
There's any illusion on planet Earth.
Mm-hmm.
We take so much for granted, brother and sister. Oh, eat what you want to eat. The baby will be fine. No. The baby can come here as a criminal, mental illness, and everything else. Because those recessive gene would be expressed. You don't know what ancestor gene the baby going to inherit. You don't know.
Nope.
But this is what happens. We have people in our family and nobody know who they are. They leave home one day and come back and they're a monster. And you wonder, well, who is this person?
Is this my son? This my daughter?
Right, this my daughter. You've been asking all these questions. Let's do what we need to do before we had to ask those questions.
Right.
Brother and sister, here's Mrs. Rita information for those who want to know more about pregnancy management. Contact her. Doesn't cost anything to talk with her. Let's stop blaming people. There's a reason for our problem. We're ignoring what we need to be enlightened upon. You see her number there, 469-609-0368. And our website, pregnancy management, pregnancymadeeasy.com. And don't pretend like we know this information, brothers and sisters. No, we don't. We already know you don't know the information. We don't even know how a baby come into existence. And what our role is, the father and the mother. We have roles to play before the baby is even conceived. Now, there's a lot we can say about that, but we want to share Miss Rita information. And pregnancy management is so very, very important. And I hope we got the message. I didn't mean to get carried away. But
no, it's okay. Yeah.
We have to get carried away. We have to get it animated sometime.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So we thank you for joining us, Miss Yvette.
Thank you for having me.
I know I chose the topic, the anesthesia and the cancer risk, the cancer connection with anesthesia, but you're free to talk about any other topic if you want to. But,
sure. That one is good there. Let's pull it up here and take a look. Okay, anesthesia and the cancer risk. Is that it?
That's the one. I'm
Okay.
going to pull up the headliner so people can see what we'll be discussing.
Yes. Yes. Anesthesia.
Another subject people take for granted.
Yes. Yes. Yes, but symptometry is here for prevention.
Yeah, well, you don't have to have that surgery.
to get anesthesia.
No.
This is why we're here today, to to enlighten you on ways to stay out the hospital, to
Yes,
stay from their drugs as much as possible, especially anesthesia,
absolutely.
you know, and because we don't know much about our own health, we, put our life at risk because we put it in others' hands. Let me repeat that. We put our life at risk when we put our health in other people's hands
Absolutely.
because now we have to deal with their drugs and side effects introduced to our precious temple.
Yes.
Okay, so we're here to prevent this, but some of us can't, me, myself, and I would like to tell you my story under anesthesia in my life before I met symptometry and before I knew more about what health is and how to maintain it. Okay, so yeah. So when I was a little younger, I had, my last child. He was about 2 months old, 2 months old. And all of a sudden, I just started throwing up, just throwing up. I'm like, why am I continuing to throw up? I didn't know what was going on. It was scary because I couldn't stop throwing up. So it was just me and my son there at that time. And I was like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? So finally, I got some relief, of it. And I'm like, okay, I just need to calm down, take a deep breath. I got my baby here. He's only 2 months, I don't want to call the ambulance. I have to take my baby with me. What do I do? I was like in a panic. So about an hour passed and here it came again. Start throwing up. I'm like, what is this? So I end up calling my sister, tell her to please come and get my child. I'm going to have to go to the emergency room because I don't know if anyone have ever experienced throwing up just out the blue. Now, this was back in 1998.
Wow.
Okay. So went to the emergency room. They diagnosed me with gallstones.
Mm.
Gallstones. I didn't even know what gallstones was at that time. Like gallstones. What is gallstones? But I know family members have had gallstone surgery before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know someone probably in this audience have also had gallstone surgery, or know someone in the family that has had gallstone surgery before. But at that time in 1998, they had just came out with the laser surgery. Okay. My ancestor, like my aunt, they had a big old scar from the top
Wow.
of their stomach all the way around to their like lower back right. Okay. So, I wouldn't say I was lucky, but back then they just started the laser. They just cut a little slit in the top of my stomach and put the little laser down in there. And they said it was a successful surgery. But was it?
Was it? Mm. What was
Was
left
it?
behind?
Right. What was left behind? What was the consequences of removing my gallbladder?
Yes. Mm.
When I actually thought they were going in there to get the stones only.
Mm. Mm.
So
Mm.
when I came out of the anesthesia, all praises, okay, I woke up
Yes.
after learning about anesthesia today. you know, all praises, I woke up. Okay. And I asked them, I'm like, where's the stones? I wanted to see what was causing so much problems, why I kept throwing up. So, but first they told I had to have emergency surgery. So, that scared me. Oh, you're going to get gangrene. You're going to get this and that. It was emergency. Of course, me not knowing anything about health, it terrified me. So I'm
Yes.
like, okay, I had to stay in the hospital overnight to have surgery that morning. That was terrifying. literally. So when I woke up, I asked them, can I see the gallstones that was causing so much, havoc? Because before I went in, I asked them if they can, save them, as a souvenir for me, right? So he showed me these little bitty pebbles, like sand pebbles.
Yes.
That's how little they are. I'm like, those little bitty pebbles was causing all of that havoc, which are inert substances.
Inert substance.
Okay, that's what they are.
That's what they
So
are.
when I, seen them, I was like, you know, hmm, it's just, I was always curious about health. So, it make you say, think about that. And so, the side effects of gallbladder surgery, though, okay, was
Yes.
that now I have to take bowel salts for the rest of my life because they took my whole gallbladder. I thought it was just the stone, but they took the whole gallbladder. They
Hmm.
just lasered it on out. Okay.
Hmm.
So, you know, um, also I have potassium problems, holding
Yes.
my potassium. Okay. So it's never a successful surgery.
Never.
It's never a successful. So yes, I'm alive. I'm happy. I'll take bowel salts for the rest of my life from symptometry because those who have gallbladder surgeries and have not and are not taking bowel salts are causing more blockages in your body because bile is supposed to, hold the gallbladder is supposed to hold the bile,
Mm-hmm.
the fat in your body. So if you had gallbladder surgery and you find yourself gaining weight, you need bowel salts in your body. Okay? So contact me if you ever had gallbladder surgery. Okay, so we can correct the problem, continue to pretend like the bowel is there with the
Yes.
bowel salts. Okay, so it's wonderful that symptometry has this for us, or those who have had gallbladder surgery. Okay, so but as far as the anesthesia, I'm really grateful that I'm alive, that I'm here, that none of these effects have affected me. Um, as far as the anesthesia that I know of.
Yes.
Time is still
Yes.
going, but I am ionizing myself every day. I am doing maintenance every day, okay, to prevent any mishaps from any surgeries. And that's for everyone. If you ever
Absolutely.
had surgery, come to symptometry and do maintenance and upkeep so you will not have the side effects later on in life. This also happened to our founder. He
Mm-hmm.
tell his story, how he underwent a 6-hour surgery on his wrist in 1989.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he went under anesthesia. His right leg started bothering him in 2020.
Yes.
And what happened? He had a side effect from the anesthesia
The anesthesia.
because shortly thereafter he was diagnosed with basal cell carcinoma in
Mm-hmm.
his right leg. Anesthesia is a carcinogen.
Yes. Causes cancer.
It's a carcinogen. Listen to that word, carcinogen. Causes cancer. Okay? And we can't sue the hospital. Like, come on. If they went through protocol, we're doomed.
Right.
And that's what they do. They go through protocol so they can protect themselves. Anesthesia makes mistakes every day. That's why I give all praises that I woke up.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Because these carcinogens that's in these anesthesias, that's in pharmaceuticals, it's just something that we do not want in our bodies if we don't have to. I mean, 3 days is the most. that our cells can tolerate pharmaceutical drugs. 3 days. So imagine those who take it for 30 years, 25 years, because they have high blood pressure, trying to control it. So staying healthy is not easy, but it's feasible. You can do it if that's what you would like to do. Stay healthy. This is why we're all here today, to learn how we can stay healthy, how we can live our lives to our best ability and do good in the world. We all want to do good in the world. We all want to leave this earth to say, we did something good. We left something to our generation, not money. Money, what they gonna do with money? Probably cause problems. More money, more problems. you know? But we're teaching them knowledge. We're teaching them health. We're teaching them, and we're giving them information. That's what you want to leave your loved ones when you pass. Knowledge that we've learned from our ancestors. Now you're passing it on so they can live a better life. So this is why we're here teaching you scientific eating and living. We're starting something that no one is doing. Let me repeat that. We are starting something no one is doing. No one has scientific knowledge on your health. Who's teaching health? Who?
No one. But the American School of Scientology.
So I ran there because I was always curious. Ran there because, all these people catching cancer left and right. It's getting close to home, closer and closer.
Yes.
So I needed the knowledge for prevention. For prevention. And now that we know, those of you have been coming here and those of you who are new, keep coming back. Keep coming back every week for new knowledge, new scientific knowledge that's proven. What other therapeutic out there said that we got proven knowledge that can help your health? The American School of Scientology does. Because they know what we are made of. They're the only therapeutic that specialize in cell health, gene health, chromosomal health, circulation health. This is symptometric science. Not all that other rocket science. This is symptometric science. This is what we teach. Genes, DNA, cells, chromosomes, circulation.
Circulation is everything.
Without circulation, you are in trouble. Everything stops. If our blood is not moving at the speed of light, you're gonna have problems sooner or later. And us sometimes you health coaches here. Grab one.
I know that's right.
Get the knowledge quick. Because people are leaving this world early. We don't have to.
And fast.
The minute you're diagnosed with cancer, you're gone within that month, maybe 2 months. Why? Because you didn't have the knowledge to prevent it, ladies and gentlemen. You got to have the knowledge to prevent cancer. People have smoked all their lives. Do you know that we have maintenance, source removal particulates that will remove soot and stuff from your lungs? We have the particulates to remove soot from your lungs, sludge from your lungs. That's maintenance. That's upkeep. So if you have smoked before, it's best to get that. So you can do preventive. Start cleaning your lungs now. Start getting help for your lungs now if you are a smoker. If you're being introduced to symptometry now and you have smoked in the past, start cleaning the soot and sludge from your lungs from the smoke for 30, 20, 10, 5 years that you have been doing it. Do preventive now. So when you get older, when your body is more vulnerable because you didn't do the upkeep, you won't get cancer because you're doing upkeep now. Like, oh, I heard on the show, this symptometry health coach was saying, you guys remove soot and sludge from your lungs if you've been smoking. Yes.
Even secondhand smoke.
Yes.
Secondhand smoke.
Yes.
Well, you
Where
didn't
you
smoke,
work,
but you breathed other people's smoke.
right. Your
Yeah,
work
same thing.
environment
Yes.
could be smoking. Have chemicals, you deal with chemicals in your work environment. Not just smoking, you're removing soot and sludge from everything that we breathe, that we inhale in our lives. But if you was a smoker, that gives you more, okay, I need to do it because I definitely was a smoker.
Yes.
On top of where you work at or what's outside, you ever smelt the air was terrible? That air is getting in your lungs. We got to remove that soot from your lungs. Let's remove it. So these days, thanks to Scientology, a person who does not want to have cancer do not have to have cancer and still have surgery to prevent cancer. If you don't want to have surgery to prevent cancer or them to cut cancer out of your body, because you cannot. I'm sorry. Cancer, you cannot cut cancer out of your body. Cancer starts in a certain area, but it can spread. We have maintenance particulates, repair particulates that can repair the organs that cancer damages. We can stop the cancer in its tracks by doing maintenance and upkeep throughout our lives. That's it. If we get diagnosed, if someone gets diagnosed with cancer, you can go ahead and do their treatment, which works for some people. But those who it don't work for, come let us clean your cells out. Come let us clean your body out, your lungs, your liver, your kidneys, your gallbladder. We clean the invisible side of us. We keep that upkeep maintenance. Whenever you eat something, we need to take the maintenance reversal, the upkeep reversal. Because food is a double-edged sword. And so is water, so is beverages. You got to know how to use it scientifically to make sure your body is well maintained. And now we can make sure of that. This is amazing. We can make sure that our body has an upkeep and a maintenance every day.
Every day.
By taking Himalayan products. All natural. Literally. Scientific products that has been around for many years. We just didn't know nothing about it. But we now have another therapeutic on the scene.
Absolutely.
You can keep your therapeutic if you like, but if something isn't working, come to us. So we can get you at the cellular level where diseases begin because the cells wasn't properly nourished. They couldn't get it from food. So we need to come to symptometry and get our micronutrients.
Absolutely.
For our symptoms before they turn into a disease. Symptoms is a tell sign to say, hey, hello, I'm here. You know,
You need to do something.
can you hear me down here? I'm starving. I'm not getting oxygen. Help. I'm going to give you a
Absolutely.
symptom. That's what symptoms are. I didn't know that. Now I do. I
I
know
need
why
some
symptoms
nutrients.
occur. I know why it's happening. It's calling out to me, telling
Exactly.
me something is wrong. And I'm going to address that symptom before it turns into something serious. That's going to take longer. We now have it, ladies and gentlemen. There's no need to fear health anymore. No need to fear sickness, diseases, surgeries. This is amazing.
Absolutely amazing. No
Why
need
aren't
for
we
surgery.
jumping up and down, doing jumping jacks? We are here.
Absolutely.
Symptometry is here. We now have
Amazing.
it. We have all type of doctors. Now we also have symptometry. Thanks to symptometry, we have a chance in life. We can prolong our life.
The only therapeutic that focuses on the needs of the cell, what the cell needs.
Yes.
Only one.
Yes. 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 And try to stay away from anesthesia, you guys. We can do it.
Absolutely.
We can do it with knowledge and products that remove the source of any symptom. And we enlighten you on what caused it and enlighten you or tell you how to remove it and don't bring it back into your life.
Exactly.
Into your digestive system. We tell you what happened. What therapeutic tells you that? They just treat you. They don't tell you, well, when was the last time you ate this or when was the last time you ate that? You know, you should only eat that once a month. Once that every 2 weeks. Don't eat that every day. No one should eat one thing every day. Never. Because you don't know what type of poison is in that
That's it.
food or product. Don't put product on your skin every day. Our skin needs to breathe.
Absolutely.
Don't cover it up and smother it where it can't breathe with chemicals. All these perfumes and colognes and come on. We have a
All of them
natural
have
scent.
preservatives. Ms. Yvette, all of them
Yes.
have preservatives.
Yes. Yes. Health has a natural scent.
Yes.
Natural. You're healthy. You don't need deodorant.
Mm-mm.
Deodorant has chemicals too. You know, you're putting chemicals under your arm. That's scientific living. You're putting
Absolutely.
chemicals under your arm every day, year after year after year. You wonder why you got this lump in your breast
Mm, mm, mm.
10 years from now. What did I do? Oh, maybe I was using deodorant with aluminum in it for many
Yes.
years. So we have to watch what goes in our mouth and we have to watch what goes on our skin. And we have to stay away from extra chemicals in our
Absolutely.
body by doing maintenance and upkeep
Daily.
every day, every day, daily.
Let's see if we have anybody with a question. You know, we have
Wonderful.
about 15 minutes left into the program, maybe 10
Okay.
minutes. Anyone have any question? I saw somebody light up there a moment.
Light up.
Right. Maybe they have
Come
a question
on.
for
Have
us.
some questions. Do anybody know anybody that had gallbladder surgery? Is it a family member
Anyone that have surgery at
or
all, any kind of
yourself?
surgery, and went under anesthesia.
Yes.
This is what you want to know, how to remove that from the blood, because it just doesn't disappear, brother and sister. Once you go under anesthesia, even from the dentist, that anesthesia that was used will circulate in your blood forever unless you force it out.
Mm-hmm.
These are inert substances that will get into our blood and they won't go anywhere. They become sediments in our blood. And we have to know this so we can remove them. Symptometry have what it takes, particulates, to remove them.
Yes. And thank your lucky stars you woke up from any anesthesia.
Absolutely. Many people don't wake up.
Nope. Not at all.
People are allergic to the anesthesia and they don't even know it.
I have a question.
Assalamu alaikum.
But we had some, well, I got salam, Mr. Mina. Someone just came in just a hair before you and they have a question. Then we'll take you. The first person who responded. Go ahead with your question, the first person that responded.
Oh, okay. The question I had, is that the same thing too as if you have Novocaine?
Yes, same thing. When you go under the knife and they deaden the body anywhere, so they can have surgery, so you don't feel the pain. Some of the gases that they use, or it could be a chemical that they use. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the inert
All
substance.
chemicals. Yeah.
And it deadens the nerves. That's what it does. It deadens the nerve. Well, your nerve can stay dead after you wake up. You can have problems.
Wow.
Because they're inert substances. That means they get into our blood and they won't move. And they will impede circulation. Circulation, when it comes to our health, is everything. If the cells do not receive oxygenated blood, you're going to have a problem on that part of the body. Cell will not have what they need.
Okay.
So symptometry has particulate subatomic particles that will ionize, break the bond, the covalent bond or the ionic bonds on those chemicals. So they'll be released from the body. Without that happening, those chemicals will circulate into the person's blood forever, causing all kind of havoc. And you go to the doctor and the doctor will not have a clue of what's happening to you. They don't study the source of the disease. They study symptoms.
Yes.
Right.
And they don't do too good a job at that. They treat symptoms, rather. That's a better way to say it. They treat them.
Right. They don't do a good job at that.
Absolutely. Then they leave the problem still stuck in you.
Yeah.
Sometimes they remove the problem, the source removal. Every disease has a source. Something caused it, and you need to remove it.
Yes. And the dentist is a big one. Thank you for that question. The dentist is a big one. Every time you go to the dentist, you're getting numbed up. Those are chemicals. And so
and you get x-rayed, Miss Yvette, you get an x-ray.
Yes, that too.
Sometimes you can remove the effects of the x-ray.
Yeah. And the Novocaine.
And anesthesia. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, no wonder. So maybe so basically, I've been going to the dentist quite a bit these last couple of months. And this last time I went, I actually got sick. And I was like,
You need to ionize, come to symptometry.
Oh, yeah.
Contact Dr. Naughty. Let him know. Whenever you get ready to go to the dentist, you let your doctor symptometry know. You can give you something even before you go to the dentist to neutralize these things. So you're prepared already.
All right. I'm glad I brought that up. All right. Thank you.
Excellent. And it probably helped somebody else too this September. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Great question.
We have to look out for each other. We all experience the same thing, but it could be something that will impact somebody that you know. That's why we ask people to ask questions.
Yes.
We see another hand. Sister Deprita, go ahead and ask your question or make a comment. Thank you for joining us today. Assalamu alaikum.
Amina?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sister Amina, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum.
You be next, Sister Deprita. You be next. Well, I got salam. Sister Amina, go ahead.
Yes, what I wanted to ask is about and it's like the caller before me is like was reading my mind, because I'm presently having work done on my teeth.
Yes.
And it's becoming an issue to where I have to change dentists because they haven't given me what I wanted, what I asked for after doing all the x-rays and the scans and doing the assessment of what I need. But I just wanted to ask, this latest article that Dr. Nartey has on how to stay healthy, and this area about talking about the mouth, dental problems, gum issues, and oral health problems require macronutrients. Such as calcium, iodine, fluoride, and chlorine, as well as micronutrients that can only be supplied by specific Hahnemannian products. Could you elaborate on that? And then this whole issue with the eyes, because these are two things that I'm currently in the process of dealing with, where I'm refusing the fact that, they keep saying, well, my doctor, eye doctor, my optometrist keeps trying to push surgery. So I'm changing eye doctors as well, because I told them from the beginning, nobody's cutting on my eyes. And I was looking at this article also about the eyes where Dr. Nartey says our eyes are our windows to the world. Absolutely. They affirm our independence in navigating this planet. So, the part where it says there are no macronutrients for the eyes, only micronutrients. So how can I apply that to my situation that I'm presently in the process of seeing about, because I want to get the best, but I probably need some particulates for that, and
that's how you get
my dental.
That's how you get the.
So I need to ask that, and those are the two questions I had, and I'll hang up and listen. Thank you. Salaam alaikum.
Assalam. Thank you so very much. Yeah, the micronutrients come from the particulates. They are the one for your eyes. Here's what sometimes you have discovered. Once you cook and mix food, the nutrients have disappeared to take care of our bones, to take care of our skin, to take care of our hair, to take care of our eyes. They have disappeared. They use chromatography machine to assess or to analyze the nutrients that left behind after cooking food. And there aren't any left. So what are we to do? What is food for then, if it don't have the nutrients? Food has energy molecule to give us sustainable energy, no more, no less. And they all come with poison and toxin, alkaloids, and all the other things that we have to remove. In that same article, Sister Amina, Dr. Nartey spoke about the mouth is the gateway to the entire body. What are you putting in your mouth? What are we eating? What are we drinking? If you want to take good care of your eyes, avoid eating fruits, any fruits at all. That will affect the chromosome. They affect the amino acids that make up DNA. This is what we have to know. And we have to use subatomic particle, those same particulates, to remove the concretion, the calcification, the blockage. When we go to the dentist is going to, you do have an oral surgery, the dentist is going to be using something for the pain relief, so you don't feel the pain. You have to ionize the inert substance in that anesthesia. You have to remove it. Even when you have x-ray done over time, you have to come to symptometry, use subatomic particle to ionize the effects of the x-ray, of the radiation. It will compromise DNA, compromise the cell, and cause other problems. These are the things that we have to do. So you come to symptometry, you inform the doctor of symptometry, what are you going through with? What procedure you're going to have at the dentist? And then he will give you the subatomic powder in particular to protect yourself. This is how it's done. So we now have alternative. We have ways to protect ourselves. We have ways to remove these chemicals and anesthesia, the effects of them. Many of them are carcinogen. They cause cancer. There's a connection. So I hope that answers your question, Sister Amina. So, Sister DePreta, we have about one more question we can answer, can address today.
Yes, sir.
You can unmute yourself.
Thank you so kindly.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, sir, Dr. Shaheed. And
could you speak up a little louder or into the mic?
I apologize. Yes, I want to thank you so kindly for taking my call, and I certainly do continue to appreciate you and your the assistant there, the young lady that's speaking.
Coach Yvette, thank you. Yes.
Yes, Coach Yvette.
Yes, we do. I appreciate that information that you all are giving to us. I wanted to ask a question about skin tags. What are they, and is there in it? How do they come about? If you know what the skin tags, you can get them on your back and or on your face or something like that. I never seen them on the face, but I do know that you can get them on your back or something like that.
Yes. They really can appear anywhere.
Yes. Yes. So skin
back.
Yes. Yes. So skin tags are similar to moles.
Yes.
Okay. And moles are, basically sludge. Dirt.
Yeah, that's all it is. Sludge.
Dirt. Right. That hasn't been removed. So you have sludge when you start getting these 10 skin tags. You have to clean your circulatory system.
Yes.
You have to clean that.
The lymphatic system as well.
Okay. So you have a lot of substance in your circulatory system. Okay. Yeah, they're just like moles.
Is it here to have them to remove them or open them up?
As we talked about today, surgery, we would kind of like want to prevent that if possible. Because they'll just come right back.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting to the source why you're getting them. This is what we do. We get to the source of why they keep coming, why these symptoms are coming on your body. So yes, you can get surgery, but it may come back.
Right. You can have them ionized. That's what symptometry would do. Remove the source, remove the sludge, the sedimentary sludge that's in the skin, that's in the lymphatic vessels. That has to be removed.
That wouldn't have
that's what we do.
It wouldn't have anything to do with like putting the oils on your skin, like
that would
possibly.
Because,
remember, I was telling you earlier.
Coconut oil.
About our skin needs to breathe. We don't need all these chemicals and substance on our skin. We weren't made to cover it up. We're made to breathe. We're humans.
And so it's not a real good thing to use olive oil in your skin?
Unless it's necessary.
Coconut oil, none of these oil. Our skin produces their own oil. The skin cell would do everything for us if we take care of it. That's why we have it.
Yes, but canola oil is good for the skin, and so is Vaseline.
Yes.
Okay, but we don't want to cover it every day. We just want to, lightly put it on our hands, Vaseline, rub it together, and, just get the little ashes around the ankles and the heels, of your feet and elbows and, and things like that. That's all we need. We don't need a whole drench full of lotions and stuff all over our bodies.
And I didn't even know you said canola oil. Did you say canola oil?
Yeah, sometimes canola can be used for skins, for diaper rashes. Okay, it's good for canola oil. Yes.
Until you start taking care of your skin. And the skin cell will take care of itself naturally once you do what you need to do by removing the sludge.
First, you got to clean it out and remove the sludge. Exactly.
How about shea butter? How about shea butter?
No shea butter. I'm sorry.
No shea butter. Saturated fat.
I beg the difference. I beg the difference. You got to use what works for you. I beg the difference.
we're just letting you know that it has saturated fat. You can still use it. Yeah, you can use it, but the science says that shea butter has a lot of saturated fat. That's all.
Mm.
Okay, but we
Okay.
never tell people what to do. We just give them info.
So you
Okay,
take
that's it.
something to remove this sludge, you have to ingest something to remove.
You have to use the subatomic particle. They're called particulates.
Yes, the maintenance.
Sometimes
Yes,
you
the
have that
upkeeps,
to remove
the
the
repair.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hey, ma'am, assalamu alaikum. I
It's
have to be
7
off at
p.m.
7:30. Yes, I have to
we're
be
gonna
off
have
at
to go.
7:30.
And we thank everybody for joining us.
Thank you, everyone.
We're going to just go ahead and make our exit now because we ran flat out of time. Thank you. We apologize for the overstay. Thank you. And I'm going to see if I can change the host. Okay, so the Preeta already the co-host, so we can just make our exit. Thank you so very much. We greet everybody with the greeting of peace. Salam alaikum. Thank you, Miss Yvette.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وبه نستعين وصلاة الله وسلامه ورحمته وبركاته على صفوة الخلق سيدنا محمد وعلى أهله طاهرين وعلى أصحابه أجمعين ورحمة الله ومغفرته على تابعين وتابعيهم بإحسان اليوم الدين والسلام على إمام ورث الدين والسلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وتنظر نفس ما قدمت لغد واتقوا الله إن الله خبير بما تعملون ولا تكونوا كالذين نسوا الله فأنسهم أنفسهم أولئك هم الفاسقون. We seek refuge in Allah from Shaitan the accursed. We begin with the name of Allah, the merciful benefactor, the merciful redeemer. We praise him and we seek his aid. And we humbly ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to establish his prayers, peace, mercy, and blessings upon his noble messenger, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And we humbly ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to establish the same prayers, the same peace, the same mercy and blessings upon all of his family members who followed him in purification. And we humbly ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to establish the very same prayers, peace, mercy, and blessings upon all of his illustrious companions together. We ask the forgiveness of Allah and mercy upon the followers and upon their followers in excellence to the day of judgment. And we humbly ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to establish his mercy and peace upon Imam Dr. Warathuddin Muhammad, as we ask Allah to establish peace amongst ourselves and the righteous servants of Allah, no matter what we may be, no matter what we may be from, and to all of that, we say Ameen. I openly bear witness that there is absolutely none worthy of worship or praise except Allah, who is unique without any associate whatsoever. And I bear witness that Muhammad is his servant and messenger. Allah calls our attention in the Quran and he declares, O ye who believe, be mindful of Allah and fear him with a rational fear, and let every person consider what they put out for tomorrow. And be mindful of Allah, fearing him rationally, for surely he is aware of everything that you do. We want to greet all of you with the traditional greetings of peace, the greetings of the angels, the greetings of paradise, of Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We want to welcome you to tonight's edition of Ma'iyya ala al-Kulli Hal. I'm your host, Imam Abdul Aziz. We're broadcasting live via Zoom of American Muslim 360, America's #1 Islamic broadcast station. And we are so happy to be with you this evening. We pray Allah that all of you are well. We have a special guest with us this evening. I think a couple of special guests with us this evening. And we want to bring her right on because I know she's got a lot of other things that she's doing. One of my dear friends, one of my sisters, and this is not only as an individual, but personally, but also in terms of our community life, doing everything to do her best to be a service to our community. And so without any further ado, I want to bring on Sister Joan Najiullah and give you the greetings of peace. Assalamu alaikum, dear sister. I think you got to take yourself off of mute.
My dear brother, walaikum assalam. And to everyone else on the Zoom, I send the peace and greetings. I just want to say that I am looking forward to more sessions. I mainly came on for bringing awareness to what's going on in Sudan and maybe talking about the issues that we start a movement where other people talk about the devastation and the inhumane conditions that's going on. I work as special event coordinator for Muslim Journal, and I'm running a Time to Be Grateful and a telethon this weekend. But I'm not here to talk about that. I can only be on to 7:30, but I like to get a discussion. I invited several people, and there was supposed to be a person that was going to talk specifically to the topic, but I have my dear associate sister, Quadria Sakul, who brought this to my attention. She, it was on her heart in the middle of the night. She sent it out to me. It became a group effort of sisters, and we all just want to have this discussion, to be aware, and see what movement we can do to get it going. And if you want to introduce Sister Quadria Sakul and see what was her ideas about this, you can. She's on as well.
Well, she can unmute herself, and we want to extend the greetings to her. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear sister. I seen you up there, and I was thankful to Allah that you were up there because when I saw you, then I finally knew that Joan was going to be on. But I saw you, and I said, "Wait a minute, that's Sister Khadija." And I said, "Wait a minute. Oh, okay, alhamdulillah." They did follow up because we mentioned that to you Friday that today would be a good time to just get the conversation started. And so without any further, Sister Quadrilla, please introduce yourself and tell us what was the inspiration?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. The inspiration is, it has always been there, but because of the continuing, and I understand, the devastation that's going on throughout the world. And first, I want to say prayers go to each and every Muslim and believer anywhere in the world that are being oppressed, who are going through tragedy. But my main focus now is realizing that, not trying to be prejudiced, but anyone of color, the reason why is because when it comes to African descent or people of color, we never ever get the support that we need, and sometimes you have to do it ourselves. When Black Lives Matter, everybody hit the street, black, white, orange, yellow. I just believe that we need to make this aware because Sudan is is a poor country, but the soil is rich. I had a daycare years ago. I had a school, and I named it Sudan School because I knew the soil was rich. So educating children, what better is to put the seeds into the soil and watch it grow.
So moving forward, just seeing it, it keep coming. When I close my eyes, I see the devastation of Sudan all over the world, of course, but I just think it's our responsibility, if nothing else, to just make the awareness. Now, I don't know exactly how to go about it. Like Joan said, I just sent it out to everybody. I've been talking to people, but that's conversation. We know the 3 ways that Allah said you can change things. We know right now, what can we do besides our do-war to make it more publicly known, to get it in the media? Because to me, if you just do sound bites and show it over and over and over again, people are not seeing the devastation. They're just, they're seeing it, but it's not penetrating. So I just would like to know how we can get it to penetrate in people's hearts and minds. And the law says in Quran, it may just be a band of us. Sometimes it doesn't take a lot of people. So that's where I am. That's what made me just say, it's time to do something more than what I was already doing. Like, even, do we contact the UN? Like, where's the embassy? Do they have an embassy here? Who can we get in contact on the ground there so we know exactly what's happening? I get footage here, footage there, but who is actually going on, or do we know anyone that we can have communication with directly in Sudan? So I'll stop there.
Well, alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, may Allah bless your heart for even having the thought of addressing an issue such as the conflict and crisis in the Sudan. We also have the Congo. We have, various parts of Somalia.
Yes.
And then we have, the conflicts even in Haiti. We have some issues that are present. Angola is a big issue. And there are several regions in Africa where there is an orchestration of a crisis. The orchestration comes from outside sources. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And a lot of these conflicts that you hear about, and they call them civil wars, but they're not. They're orchestrated by those people that want to rape the resources of that particular country.
Correct.
And so they pit one group against the other. And while they're fighting, they're continuously taking the resources out of the country. Mm-hmm. And so they're moving millions of people to different parts of Africa for humanitarian aid, and this aid is not getting to them. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, they're clearing the country so that they can continue raping its soil. The soil is rich, like you said. And the awareness or the coverage that it should get, it's not getting. And you hear about what's happening in Palestine and in the Ukraine. Palestine, a lot of people don't know that Gaza has oil in Gaza that they haven't broke ground on, but they know it's there. Okay. Mm-hmm. And it's something like 5 trillion, 5 trillion pounds of it, if you will. Mm. And they know they have it. They have access to it. And once they have access to it, they'll be able to take the resources. Once they got all the people out of Gaza. In Gaza, they have all of this resource there. There are various parts of Africa in which, if we go back and look, we'll look at the natural resource of say, Sudan. And you'll find out that they have things that deal primarily with stuff that enrich other countries. In Angola alone, it's the copper mines. The copper mines, the people were not able to benefit from. Some outsider came in and bought their copper mines, and before they even paid for it, they already made money off of it. And so we look at what's happening in these countries, in these regions, and we have to know the time. We have to know the time, sis. So you're bringing about a conversation that we should have already been on top of. We should have been feeling something about. And we're not concerned about, how many people didn't check for us. You got to remember, we're a new mind. And the new mind is a mind that's going to reconcile the needs wherever it might be. Okay, it says change it with your hand. If not your hand, then your tongue. And if not your tongue, then within your heart. Now, how many of us are doing at least that? But how are you going to do that if you're not getting any coverage? You don't know
Right.
what's going on the ground. I
Right.
know a guy that just came back from the Sudan. I'm going to speak with him.
Oh, alhamdulillah, good.
And I'm going to share the information with you guys.
Okay.
But we have to remember there are other places in Africa. And
Yes.
so the conversation should not only be with the Sudan, but it should be about how these outside forces come in and they cause insurrections in these African countries.
I agree.
If you look at what has happened in the last 2 years, they've brought all of these African brothers here between the ages of 30 and, between the ages of 25 and 40. Okay? They didn't bring any African women over here. They shipped all of these African men from Guinea, from Ghana, from Senegal, from all of these different places, thousands of them. And some of them are here in New York. Right now, the large Sudanese community is in Massachusetts, okay? Large Sudanese community, large Somalian community. And they have this huge region of Sudanese individuals who are in various other states. They're more than you can imagine. Okay, wonderful people.
Imam Aziz, Sister Aisha Mustafa from the Muslim Journal says there's a large contingency in Mississippi, and she said that they do have a paper called the Al Jazeera that have been writing some stories.
Well, so Joan, what I want you to do, Joan, is I want you to make a note that this is not the only time that we're going to have this conversation. We're bringing it about this evening so that we can put together an action plan and then come back and see what we did from week to week, from month to month, like that. And so therefore, our eyes will be on top of this thing. And we know
is there anybody else that have any input about this?
I'm sure they do. There's other listeners that call in, I'm sure. And while we're having this conversation, they're already looking into it. And so we'll be hearing from them also. But I want to thank both of you because there's so much to unpack. But the main thing that we need to unpack this evening is that we want to do something about it.
Okay. I have a question.
Yes.
Is this, I want to take it on such a level, like you have people who are strategists. They just know because I'm a communication major and I know it take a certain amount of thing. If someone says something high, hit your brain and it holds for you. I want to get it to where they can't help but dissolve. They may walk away from it. So is there professionals and experts that this is what they do? They go in and it's like a psychological thing where we can wrap your mind around it as well as just seeing it. Because once you see the image, that's one thing. But it's certain words or whatever that would hit you. I want to hit it from all type of level, getting it out there on the media, but experts that say this is how we do a marketing, like a campaign. We just gonna just continue until everybody buy into it, like they buy into Gaza, and not only, like you said, not only Sudan, but other places as well. So do we know any people like that who are psychologists, sociologists that tell you this is how you go about it? They study a certain area and they market that particular idea that they want to get out and they want to sell.
Let me just tell you this. The key interest of countries like China, America, Russia, these type of France, these countries, the G7, just say the G7, all of those countries that are involved with the G7. Whenever you hear about a region where there is some problems arising, whether it's political, and it's the beginning of a civil war, whether they want somebody in office that's going to work with them, or so on and so forth, you'll notice that they have something in that country that the other countries are interested in.
Okay.
And so what happens as a result, if the political party that's in place, they don't seem to like them, they put plants in the country to cause insurrections.
Right.
Right. So this is where they come up with this civil war and about these militia groups and all of these militia groups are militia groups that have actually been armed and financed by America, by
I heard that.
by other countries that have a vested interest in where this country is going. Burkina Faso happens to be one of the leading countries right now that have shut the door on French colonization.
Yeah.
And they closed the embassy. They got all of the people out of there. They were digging and all of that. They stopped all of that. They don't have any control over their banks anymore, or any of that. They got them out of there. But Burkina Faso is not the only country in Africa that has done that. Several other countries have done that. Why? Because they realize that Africa really don't need nobody.
That's right. That's right.
So the resources that they have, they want the people to benefit from the resources now.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, so what they did was they strengthened their infrastructure. They're able to produce more. They've done all of this in a short period of time. So now working together with a common cause. Now they're going to put somebody in there. They tried to assassinate him over 20 times.
Yes, they did.
They put people in there, and these people have went in and tried to do whatever they can do. Since 1963, 23 African presidents have been assassinated. And so when you look at these numbers, you look at, well, why is there so many assassinations of these African presidents? Because they want complete control of not only their resources, but they want to control the narrative. And when they want to control the narrative, they tell you it's a self-inflicted thing. This is a domestic thing. This is a thing that's been going on with their own people, their own militias. That's not the truth. The truth is that you're in there and you're digging and you're taking the resources out and you're getting all of these things that benefit your country, so your economy continue to rise. Whereas you keep these people that the stuff really belongs to, you keep them in shackles.
Okay.
And you blame the Africans for it. You say they're fighting amongst themselves, when in reality it's not that. You go in and you put an influence in there. And you're paying people to do certain things. And this has been the role of America for a long time.
Yeah, forever. From day one.
And so when we start talking about that, this is not an easy conversation, but it's one that, should the right people get the message, that would affect some level of change. Because despite what they're doing underhandedly, in the open, they're still claiming that democracy is working and that the political party this and political party that. What's happening is there is another thing that's going on, and that's this: to take and look at someone that looks just like you and say that you guys are not the same. So they isolate us by doing what? Your tribe is different from mine. Okay, you'll hear the Sudanese Christians are being violated. Right? And you hear about stuff like that. When in reality, this is the narrative that they want you to focus on instead of focusing on what the real problem is. The real problem is them taking the resources out of
resources. Right. Okay. All right. So
we got to get together. We have to get together. I want to see if you guys have any more comments that you want to make. But we want to make it clear this evening that this is a conversation on the show entitled Ma'ia al Kulihal, which is Togetherness Under All Circumstances. That's the name of this show.
Okay.
And so the circumstance surrounding our situation is that there needs to be some noise made. We need to shake a tree or two to see what falls out. There is some things that we can do.
Okay.
There are some things that we can do. And if we just let it stay like that, then it's going to stay like that. You have some people that would tell me and you that we can only do but so much. Well, guess what? Tonight I'm asking you that if you feel like that, well, give us the so much. Let me see the so much, and I'll take that. But your so much is better than nothing that we've been getting.
Alhamdulillah.
You see? And so,
Yes.
however you want to explain it, know for sure that if we do nothing, nothing's going to happen. But if we do something, something's going to happen.
Alhamdulillah. Well, you talking to that brother that came back from Sudan, that's a start. I mean, because he actually had his boots on the ground, you know.
Right, and he stayed there for about a month. He's been back. I think he's been back about a week now.
Okay.
And you got to remember, they can travel to and fro, but there's certain regions in the Sudan where there's major conflict.
Right.
That is just, it's just like you going to Chicago, and there's one area in Chicago
right, you don't
where
go, right.
they're ice skating and doing all this other type of stuff, and it's well lit, and it's people are having a good time. And then there's another part of Chicago where there's no lights in the neighborhood at all.
Got it.
You see what I'm saying? There's no lights in the neighborhood. It's abandoned buildings. There's a bunch of lots that are there, and people are running around at night, going through some stuff.
Okay.
But this is still Chicago. It's still Chicago. You see what I'm saying? And so it's easier for him to go and travel there and be in one of those areas that there's no conflict, whereby there's still stuff going on there. You see, just like people going back and forth to Palestine. They go back and forth to Palestine. They're just not in the area where the conflict is.
Right.
Let me change that with regards to Palestine. They're not in the area where their interest is. Okay. And so they don't go to that area. So that area is, off limits for travelers, visitors, because that's their bread and meat. They're focusing on that. Okay. And so we have to be ahead of them by at least knowing the steps they're taking. Shaitan ain't doing nothing new, sis.
Agree. Got you. So the next time we get together, it'll be agenda, because do you think, I mean, even like, we know how the politics are, but calling your senator, your congressman, and just expressing where your tax dollars are going. At this point, we know it don't mean anything, but just to put it in the universe, just putting it out there and just making them accountable. They don't do nothing. I'm telling you, I don't even want to get into that part, but
listen, this is what I want you to do. I want you where you are, okay? Where you are. I want you to contact or look up whatever state you're in. Look up the contacts for the Muslim Students Association.
Okay.
Those Muslim Students Associations are our Muslim brothers and sisters who are in the universities and the colleges.
Okay.
And you find out what state you're in and how many universities that have a Muslim Students Association, and then they also have a Muslim Women's Students Association also. Usually the colleges have both, okay? And they have different agendas, and then they get together on certain things. We have Fordham University, not too far from the Bronx, where our masjid is. Baruch College, I used to go in there and teach there off and on. Most of my students already graduated, so I'd be starting fresh again, going back down there.
Okay.
They had a Muslim Students Association. Why am I saying something about the Muslim Students Association? Because if you look at some of the greatest movements, they all came from the universities. They all started with the students.
Okay.
They all started with the people that had the energy, who had the book smarts, and they were just, listen, we were saying no. In the United States, you see what has happened during the civil rights. We didn't start getting no real movement until it got into the universities, until it got into the areas where the people of of higher learning were involved. And so we have to be just as wise. Imam Muhammad, may Allah be pleased with him, he encouraged us to go into to universities, go in there and talk to the students, man. And whatever we come up with, we want to share that with them, but we want to share that with them on the basis of us having a network of schools around the country that have some concerns.
Okay.
And these concerns are the media coverage, the lack of, okay, or the misinformation that's given. Okay. All of this deserves accountability. Okay. And these are the things that we're talking about as African American men and women here in the United States. There should be no one that is more proficient in their political understanding than us. Why? Because we had a front row seat. Every time they lied to us, every time they played us, every time they gave us the false information, every time we voted somebody in and we got nothing in return. Civil rights, we were the ones that benefited from it the least.
That's true.
So we can turn that around, but we need some young minds. We need some elders there too, because how else are we going to find our way if we don't have people that have had some level of experience with this monster that we're dealing with?
Okay. I'll do that. Inshallah, I'll do that this week. I can't do it tomorrow because I'll be out, but I'll definitely, when we meet back again, I would have communicated with an organization as what you just said, because I've got a couple of colleges around here too.
Let's hear from Sister Joan before she goes.
Did she leave? Because she had to leave at 7:30.
Yeah, well, I can see her.
But knowing her, she's on something. You may see her, but if she's not saying anything, she's maybe in another meeting.
I want to open the floor up for those of us who have been listening to us. If you have any comments that you want to share, you want to make any questions, please feel free. You're listening to Ma'ia Al Kudi Hal. I'm your host, Imam Abdul Aziz, and we're broadcasting via Zoom on America's #1 Islamic broadcast station, AM 360. May Allah help us to that. We say Ameen. Okay, so take unmute yourself and introduce yourself, inshallah ta'ala, and so that we could continue this conversation. And you can share your thoughts if you have any questions, inshallah ta'ala. In the meantime, Sister Quadira, what else do you want to say to us this evening?
No, that's it. I just want to hear what other people have to say, and just want us to do just what you said. How, and you hit it on the nail, because you have to have that youth, and the education will play a major factor. I'm just saying, I just want to, let's go. Whatever we need to do, let's put our boots on the ground and let's try to make something happen, do the best we can possibly do. And again, not only Sudan, but all the places we must know the importance of who we are and what everybody is after. And once we realize that we are the ones that everything basically come from, we invented basically everything. Just the importance of who we are. And when when much is given, much is required. We have the opportunity now, those of us that's able to be free to talk, free to talk. We got to put all that together, unify ourselves, mobilize ourselves, and just to make something happen, even if it's a little. Because if you give you come toward the law one time, he come 10. So you just have to put all your effort into and believe that it's going to be a change. And I'm open to hear what anyone else have to say to add to my really. I'm ready for this race that I'm going. It's not a race, but I'm just ready to see some type of change and to get it out in the media.
This is wonderful. I'm glad that you came on this evening. And to be honest with you, sis, timing is everything. Timing is everything. But we have a couple of people that's on here. Let me see. Kareem Hamid. Assalamu alaikum, Kareem.
Yes,
Imam.
Wa alaikum assalam. And I'm grateful for your guest bringing such an important topic. Very important. We have done exposés here on American Muslim 360, showing the devastation that is occurring in Sudan. Yes, we have done that.
I'm glad to hear that.
And I hope we understand the situation, there was an uprising in Sudan. The leader of that country was named Bashar, and he was alleged to be corrupt. I don't know whether he was, I don't know. But there was an uprising against him. The military was active in that uprising for overthrowing him. After having succeeded overthrowing him, the two generals of the army, they were partnering with each other. But now oil was found in South Sudan. Oil was found in South Sudan. And one of the generals is claiming South Sudan as a separate government. Greed has set in. And so the general that was active in the revolution, he said that they did not have the right to separate the country line. And they went to war with the one that he was in communication with large petroleum companies. And they told him, we will come and develop. We would actually come and develop that oil production facility. But you first have to clear the land. He didn't mean cut down bushes. He didn't mean chop down trees. Clear it of its people.
Oh, stuff a lot. What? Oh, okay.
And and there's another country that I think we need to put pressure on that is actually arming the portion of the army that went against the government. They are arming them, and that is the United Arab Emirates.
Yes, the UAE. Yes, okay.
Yes. They are heavily involved in that.
Yes.
But Imam Aziz gave an excellent suggestion to us, echoing the voice of Imam Wafiqi Muhammad.
Yes.
You have to go on the college campuses. That's where the brain power is. And we're fortunate, and Imam Aziz is right, a lot of colleges have a Muslim
association. They do.
And we are Muslims.
Yes.
We can take that concern to them. And the largest movement against what is occurring in Palestine came from off of the college campuses.
Okay. Okay.
Off of the college campuses. The war against Vietnam came off of the college campuses, Kent State, and others. So he's so correct. There's the connection that I hope some of us can actually make. And, you just give them the facts.
Well, I know I can, because I'm already at the Muslim Association, the youth here in the county that I live in. So that's going to be, that's, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but that's not a hard thing to do. So
now,
inshallah.
what county is that?
I live in New Jersey. So all the campuses, it's Somerset County. It's really Somerset County, but I live in Warren County. But Somerset County, Middlesex County, I'm in affiliation with those counties, and they have a large Muslim population. So I'll just tag back into it. I just became being more active. But those groups that you're talking about, because I was marching with them and other issues as well. But now this will be the issue that I will present to them. I'll talk to whoever the president of the Muslim Association. The next time we meet back, I will probably have 2 or 3, because I just take 1 or 2 phone calls to link me to who I need to talk to. And inshallah, there you go. We'll just start like that.
Yeah, also the organization CARE.
Oh yeah, care. I've been to a few of their
Good.
meetings.
Right. So you know it's too big of a job for a small, yes, it has to be, it starts off small, but we look for allies. We look for like-minded people to help us in the professional way and the intelligent way of approaching this problem.
Right, right. Well, on the ground that where we are, I think what all of us, what we can do, I know I'll do, even the man, they should at when they after Juma, every Juma, we should say it too. You know what I mean? People that's sitting there, we should, because they always say, but Imam Aziz, you did a wonderful job. I was there Friday. You mentioned that. We have to mention all. So that's a part too, because once people hear it, they are, because I go up in Easton because I live in Phillipsburg, New Jersey. I don't know if you know where that, but anyway, they always say Gaza, and then they'll say, oh, and other places around the
That's right.
world.
That's right.
But no. I bet you. See, sometimes I just go wherever my business is for that day. That's why I go to Juma. But you better believe every time I go to a Juma and I go to foreign Jumas, all over, I will make sure I speak to the imam and ask them. And not even going, um, I'm kind of going to like demand it. Like, if I come here and I pay zakat, whether I'm a member here or not, you have an obligation to do this. And you'll see me, I'm pretty kind of high strung when it comes down to fighting, to doing some what's right. So we can start right there, anywhere you go, because everybody, that's why Joan got right on it. More people would have been on here, but they had some other things to do. I'm telling everybody about it. And just what I'm saying to you, that's what the brother said to me. He said, when I go to Juma tomorrow, Friday, I'm going to ask the imam, why aren't you saying this? We got to everybody got to be accountable for this. Not only imams, because they have a lot to do, but you have an audience, you know.
Yes, he has
So
a captured audience.
exactly. So you need to, because like I said, I go to a lot of different because of where I am. I'm a member at one, but even Wafdi Muhammad, even the matches, wherever go, we don't hear that. I'm telling you, they
Right.
say Gaza, Gaza, Gaza.
You know, a lot of people are not informed, I believe, as as you notice, it is not on the mainstream.
It's not
corporate news. No, I listen to a lot of independent news. That's where you really get more facts. So some emails may not be consciously aware because it's not put on their conscience like that. I'm not giving them any excuses, but I'm just saying.
If they're not, well, then it's our responsibility, because
Right.
we have a responsibility too. If they're not aware, it's for those of us that are to say something, because we're supposed to be protectors of each other, so if they're not saying it, you could be absolutely right. Maybe they aren't, because there's nowhere in the world you're not saying that, and you know so maybe they don't, and I didn't even think about it like that, brother, but I'm so glad you said that, because I would, like I said, I'm going to make it my business, and then once they are aware of it, then it is their responsibility. And even if they look into it, I don't even know to have like literature around, because I know they have people, now this is the most of the foreign messages. It's always somebody there that's coming giving their spiel about Gaza or about Afghanistan or Yemen. They do that. Well, maybe we can do the same thing. That's one thing we do. Go around to different messages just like they do. And they have people right there. They say, have your credit card, this and that. I don't even know so it's a lot that we can do. But like Brother Mayor said, we just got to get started. And I'm honored.
And also, my sister, there's a devastating crisis that has been going on and is increasing in the Congo.
Congo, yep, exactly. Yep.
The
I'm aware.
Yes, ma'am. The computer chips that we use, and then the high tech of AI, they are needing more and more and more of that raw substance, and they're getting it from slave labor.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. Well, brother, I have to close up right now. I know we
Yes,
had I
ma'am.
thought
All
we
right.
had a
Thank
half an hour. May Allah reward us all, and just come together and just continue. I hope none of us will drop the ball. We will continue. This will make this a continuing effort until it gets the momentum, like a snowball, the momentum that it needs to get to make a change or make a difference. Because this is a big one. But like you said, there are other organizations, because I've been looking it up, doing a little research, and there are people who are doing some stuff, but you don't really, hopefully it's just getting to where it's supposed to get to,
Yes.
So I'm going to say, ma'am, are you still going to be on, or do you want to close it out with a prayer?
Yeah, no,
Or
we got a few more minutes.
Okay.
And so I just want you to say, give us some final comments before you leave. And we first want to thank you. And secondly, we want to ask you to come back next week so we can check in. And
Okay.
so if you can't make it every week for a check-in, we'll check in with our audience, every month or once or twice, whatever we need to do. But we wanna make sure that this conversation doesn't end this evening.
Oh, we definitely won't. My last comments is what we already said. I will be contacting other organizations so we can do a collaboration of moving this forward. So inshallah, when I come back next week, inshallah, I would have that information and who are the contact people that what we can do to make this a
Okay.
snowball effect.
Here's
Inshallah.
I want to just give you some quick advice.
Mm-hmm.
You might contact some people that's going to try to dissuade you, okay, from shedding light on the other conflicts, okay, and you're going to be surprised at who these people are and what organizations they may be involved with.
Mm-hmm.
I went on Umrah last year, and when I got there, to my surprise, the Saudi government, the people in Medina, announced to all of the people coming out to make Umrah that they can't say nothing about Palestine.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't. You're not allowed to say anything about Palestine, Israel, the conflict. That you can't have any group discussion out in the open. None of that. You understand?
Wow. I just made Umrah too. I made it twice. I just did it in February, then I did it the year before, and I really didn't run into anything like that. Really?
Right.
Wow.
And so when we got there, I was surprised, but I understood where they were coming from. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
and so
I got you.
we keep forgetting that the enemy is not always on the outside.
I got you. Okay.
Okay. And
Right.
so I was disappointed.
Wow.
I was almost ashamed because here it is. I came all the way here for you to tell me that the conflict with them is of no real consequence. That it's not important.
Oh my God.
By asking us not to speak with each other about the conflict. Now here's a place that you're supposed to be making du'as. People were making du'as and all this other stuff. And to have the government say this and have the people that were going around maintaining law and order, this is the message that they gave us.
Oh, Buffalo.
And so when you go out, just know for sure that whatever answer you get, don't rely heavily on it. Rely on the inspiration that Allah gives you.
Yep.
Okay. And that's all I'm asking. You got our full support.
Okay.
We definitely understand. We also feel some pain. We also feel a little heat. And we also know as African Americans, they can do all of that. But at some point, they're going to get right back around to us.
Oh, no, yes, we are the number one target.
Yes.
Yes, we are. We are the number. They fear the browning of America.
Yes, they do. They know why. Yes, they do. They are in
the number
total
one.
fear. Total fear.
And they are constructing large detention centers across this country, and each center will hold 10,000 people.
Well, brothers, inshallah, may Allah reward us all. And next Monday at 7 o'clock, the same time, inshallah. If not be, well, I'll just hold on to it because, like I said, I already have established a few people that's interested already, male and female. So we just going to keep moving. And some are Muslims, some are not. So it's just a group of people, of concerned citizens who know humanitarians, who just want to be humanitarians. That's all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. And inshallah, I'll talk to you brothers on next week.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much. May Allah continue to bless you. Ameen.
Ameen.
So Imam Kareem.
Yes, sir.
So I want you to share with us, because we have our telethon coming up. And I want you to share with us, the people that are still with us, if you have any ideas on what we can do as a means to help that be a success.
Which telethon? The one for Muslim Journal or the telethon that will be held for supporting community-wide shura in America?
Well, we're talking about the community-wide shura telethon. We know on the 15th, they're going to be doing something with the Muslim Journal, their telethon. Sister Joan, who was just on, she'll probably be back on afterwards because that's going to be Saturday, I think.
Yes.
Okay. But when is ours supposed to start?
It's in my email.
Assalamu alaikum. I apologize. I'm in another, but it's November 30th. Apologize for my picture not showing. November 30th through December 6th.
Very good.
And we're still having the strategic gathering meetings for the overall intelligentsia on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Wednesdays from 1 to 5 and Thursdays from 2 to 6. And look forward to American Muslim 360 coming with its powerful strategic planning by the CEO and the senior management team. We'll get more information on that. I know they said Saturdays are much easier for everyone. So look forward to the lay outline coming forward for us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. I think we got Brother Bilal on the line. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Bilal, before we close out.
Wa alaikum assalam. Praise be to Allah. I want to also bring to our attention that we have a situation with 501, I think 3C3. They're going to take about, I think we need about $4,000, $8,000 to get that taken care of. And I pray Allah that we go ahead on and put the money together and get that situation taken care of. I will be giving $100 until it's done with. And also I'm going to be sending out letters to the masjids, first out on the East Coast, and then center, and then out there on the West Coast, so we can get this money together and to make sure that CWSC and AM 360 is not burdened with that responsibility. We want to alleviate that as fast as possible. So now, would you give us an address or give us a little bit about that also?
Okay, and the address right now, we're asking everyone to send through to the address of CWSC and notating that it is for the tax-exempt charitable status for CWSC entirely, and that is 4905 34th Street South, number 185, St. Petersburg, Florida, 33711. Again, 4905 34th Street South, St. Petersburg, Florida, 33711. And you make that payable a money order or check to CWSC. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Bilal, for maintaining the much like the public relations force. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Okay, so inshallah ta'ala, we'll be following up. We do know that our telethon is going to be starting on the 30th to the 6th, and we'll probably discuss that in next coming weeks, inshallah ta'ala. We have an approach, and we're going to be looking for sponsors. We're going to be looking for, just concerned citizens in our community that have the interest of keeping us on the airwaves. We do know that we have to address a couple of key issues, and one issue is that we have to work on our listenership. And why do we have to work on our listenership? Because we are nowhere without our listeners. If we don't have our listeners, if we haven't made sure that we got them to where they can get to us and hear what we're doing and actually participate, then the chances of us getting the things that we need become a little more difficult. I'm sure Allah will bless us with those things. But it would be a lot easier if we had more people coming along. I remember a while back when I was first learning how to raise funds, Imam Siraj said that it's one thing to have the need, but you're not going to get it unless you ask. Now, how is it that you're going to be able to ask and you don't have the people to ask? So we have to get the people in there. And once we got the people in there, then we're better able to take this task on, no matter how huge it might seem. Together, we can do it. There's a program in Maryland called I Can't, But We Can. And I say that about AM 360. May Allah help us to that we say Ameen. We're going to close out, inshallah ta'ala, and pray Allah that He blesses all of us, all of you, with a wonderful week of progress, continued peace and joy. And to that we say Ameen. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wal asr. Inna l'insana la fi khusr. إلى الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you all so much.
And thank you, Imam. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
And now it's time for Brother Edward. He's on the different zones. Yeah, I just sent it to you again.
Okay.
So
Alhamdulillah. Let's see. Who's in the... Oh, Deprita. You're the chosen one to close everything down.
or Ma'am Adam was supposed to give a presentation tonight on Brother Edward's program.
Oh, yeah.
And she exited out of the room. I want you to
Assalamu alaikum. We have your voice. You're not on mute. There we are. Okay, let's see. Okay, Deprita. Only you can close the live streaming unless I go out and come back in. Perhaps I'll do that. Okay.